You don't understand it. I'm pretty sure it's not good advice. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not for premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Warg! These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. No, it wasn't planned. I need to find a way to prove that it wasn't planned. That's his car, blah. That wasn't a good idea. They aren't, are they? No, doesn't look like it. Gah. It could not have been planned. Crime photo doesn't work. Blah blah blah. Blah. Is it faulty? Doesn't look like it. That was annoying. Oh, that was obvious. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. People, shut up. What's with this case? A bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are the prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. That's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. Those gloves do indicate planning. However, why would you not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! Oh, I don't like that smirk. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is... what is humble pie? Oh. Oh, that's what it is. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. Ooh, that's a good point. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think that you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only that what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? Really now. Again and again, huh? Well, we just found the next, contradiction there. You don't even need to... Even I can't screw up on this. Blah, blah, blah. Don't need to press here. Just again and again. That's where your flaw is, so take that. You say she stabbed him again and again? But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moth's surprise. I'm afraid the moth is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy were— Hey, wait, that was our objection! Wait, he just stole my objection! What is that? Oh, thanks. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify! Red muffler? What's a muffler? I see nothing of a muffler in this photo. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. Hey, the witness is clearly not suited for detective work. You're stealing our objection again, you jerk. Only a true professional could be so clueless. Harsh words, but good. What if was my objection? Chopped liver? Interlude. I hope so. The moment of truth, that's not so good. Wait. That leaves me confused in so many ways, and I only have one exclamation mark left. I think she's serious about biting him. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Earth. Do I have to? I mean, I only have one exclamation point left. I don't feel very safe. So where in this partition are the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. 6 feet high. Quickly? But weren't you, like, on the B block? Yeah, you were in the B block. 30 feet? Yeah, let's go a little harder. Although, even though that's what she said. There's a problem with that, though. Yeah, a chain link fence. But that's like 15 feet. Something bugs me about that. Oh, 9 feet, not 15. That's a little buggy. Really? Cheeky. To someone else. Oh, that phone. Let's ask further. Ultimately. No, I'd say it's more shoddy at best. Wait a second. But how could you see that if you were on the B block? Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? Here's our opening. This is where we strike. This is where we strike. I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor prosecutor? You who, together with the chief of prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is the fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Whatever should that mean? You said you witnessed a crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone on the back side of this partition. Indeed, if you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Warg! Yay, epic music. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie has the... I can't read. The witness lied about where she saw it. She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. It would be pointless for her to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. The witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. In other words, Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Where was the witness? Well... So basically, she couldn't have seen it from here, as Phoenix just said, because you can't see past that wall. So, in order to see someone running behind the wall, in order to see the entire murder and then her running behind the wall, and using the telephone would have to be... here, the security room. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second level, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of a prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime, and the back of the partition, is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? Getting the better of men, Okay, so why did you lie about where you were standing? As I just said. Oh, it still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us, what was her reason, Mr. Wright? Huh? Me? Who else? What would change? The distance to the crime, really. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed a crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? Squid wheels? Ew, what are those? Boysenberry? I can already tell there's something wrong with this story, considering that it's taking her this long to get around. Quite a detour. 5 minutes? For running in heels, that's kind of impressive. What's a spork? It's fish eggs. Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make a pasta in that amount of time, if you like al dente. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time it was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Heh, we're done. We held out, even with 1 exclamation point left. We got to that woman's bottom. Oh, what? Who said that? Oh, balls. That's what you tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? What? Is this another one of her trip lunchboxes? The cross-examination is over. Woohoo! Triple-decker! God. What could you possibly have that's so decisive? A shoe? What? What? There was blood found on that shoe? Wait, what is the meaning of this? Why is it the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. What? 3? In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You should know the 2 rules of evidence. You should know the 2 rules of evidence law, Miss Starr. Rule number 1: no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. It seems so. Edward sure is celebrating. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. But that's homework. Anything? This better be for the last time. Yeah, you should have. Why lie? The results of... You really seem to hate prosecutors for some whatever reason. Yeah, let's get this over with. No, you didn't! Useful. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. Yeah. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag. Really. Let's just keep going. So, you brought it to the forensics department. It matches his outfit, I can say that. Can't say that for sure. The blood belonged to the victim with a blood test. No. Well, blood comes in 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was performed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Millions? That's possible? I was afraid he was going to say that. Not without a fight. Peppered fish... What? Something is wrong with it. So I'm not imagining things. I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. Peppered fish guts. What is contradictory? What's the problem with his shoe? Well, what's this? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there's a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on his shoe? That's a good question. Oh, wait, I think I know. I think. Hopefully, this is it. Do or die time. I'm guessing your shoe has blood on it too. You just shot yourself in the foot. Ooh, and that's a game over. Well, that could have gone better. Well, that was terrible. Very terrible. I disappoint myself.